A chick that likes wrestling? Oops. Oh my god, you would like Roman Reigns.
Whatever. For years, women's wrestling was not treated, well, you guys remember, bra and panties matches, Sable with her latex boobs. You get what I'm saying. But recently, something started happening, an evolution. The first ever Women's Royal Rumble, the first Elimination Chamber, Hell in a Cell, a successful cash-in by a women. But you know what? If I tweet about it, I'm still not being seen as equal. So let's change that. So I recruited some of mine and your favorite female wrestling fans to tell you what they're sick and tired of hearing. And maybe we can create a Twitter that we all love. Maybe I'm just dreaming a little too much, because that's not gonna happen. In this video, I'm going to share some tips for all of the internet wrestling community, and you're going to learn how to talk to a female fan. It's not as hard as you think it is. So listen up.
Welcome to the demon level, body slam you through the rubble. Hosted by your demon diva, Queen of Sad Style Lisa.
Lovers, bienvenidos. Welcome to a very special episode of The Demon Level. I am Isa, aka The Demon Diva. Make sure you go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at WWE Demon Diva. Handles are right here, thanks to technology. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe. Please comment and let me know your opinion on this video. If you like me to do a part 2 after you watch it, let me know, because there's other people that I would love to have participate in this movement. I recently joined wrestling Twitter. I created a separate account just to tweet about wrestling, because just like everybody else, I didn't have friends that watch wrestling. And then I realized, you know what, the internet is a big community with a lot of people that watch wrestling, and it has its ups and downs. I have met some amazing people through wrestling Twitter, a lot of friends. You know, I got into this podcasting, making videos, attending shows, meeting people. All of that came after I created the Blogger Diva, now Demon Diva account. But there's some downs to that too, and that's the fact that I'm a girl, I have boobs, and I like wrestling, and apparently that's not normal. But it is, and that's why I'm not understanding. Why are we not being seen as equal? As I reached out to some girls, you know, some of my friends, to help me out with this video, I realized I'm not the only one that feels this way. And that's where this idea came about. I want to tell you what female wrestling fans are tired of hearing. The Twitter women revolution. Because we're out there and we tweet about how we feel. We have our favorites. We have our wrestlers that we don't like. Just like you. And because we're girls, it doesn't get taken seriously, or because we're girls, we only watch for because the guys are hot. Like, you don't ever mention anything about the girls being good looking. Really? Anyways. And that's what inspired this video. Content creators go through this, but have you ever been in the middle of editing and spent a lot of time editing and then realize you're over editing? Yeah, that's what happened to me. When I was editing this video, I was originally going to put statement or clip and then putting an introduction and my opinion after, but then as I'm putting it together and as I'm watching and I get some feedback from Dave, special shout out to Dave for shining a light upon me. I realized that there's no need for an introduction, there's no need for an afterthought, because what these women said is powerful enough. So I'm just going to let them be the star of this video. So first I'm going to show you some clips that some of these ladies took the time to create and send my way. And then I'm going to read a couple of statements that some of these girls that didn't have the time to make the video but really wanted to make a part of it, be a part of it, show you all these clips. I wanted to just take a second and thank all of the subscribers. This is a special 1,000 subscribers episode. Right before WrestleMania, I was asking just for 500, and it doubled in a month once I started posting reactions. You know, also part of why I decided to make this video, because of some of the comments that I get, or, you know, whatever. But this is a positive part of the video. You know, 1,000 subscribers. I am so thankful that the channel just keeps growing. I decided to I was watching wrestling with friends and people and going to live events with people, and they were telling me, watching wrestling with you is an experience. Back then I was already podcasting, but that's when I decided to add on the reaction factor, because the reactions that you're seeing are legit. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying to enjoy the product, and that is, my legitimate reactions. And I love screaming and I'm very passionate about this, okay? It's my escape from reality, and I want to be able to enjoy it, and I want to be able to tweet about it and not be judged on the way that I look, or the way that I'm a girl, or the people that I like, or the people that I don't like. And that's ultimately what inspired this. I am done talking, and it's time for these ladies to break it down to you. Here is what female wrestling fans are tired of hearing. Shit that we get from guys that watch wrestling. Here it is. Ladies, the floor is yours.
My name is Nicole, and my Twitter handle is NDYanks WWE. So, obviously, it's my two loves. And I'm not telling you my Twitter handle to promote myself. I'm telling you it because I have a kind of crappy story about what happened to me this past weekend. I went to the Ring of Honor show here in Chicago, and of course, as always, they're spectacular. Saw Marty, who I love for a while now, as you can see. Whoop, whoop. Young Bucks, who probably best tag team right now. They killed themselves. I mean, they're amazing. And I posted a photo of the three of them with my comments about how excited I was to be there. And a guy DM'd me and pretty much called me a ring rat and told me to stick to the WWE. Now, normally I would let stuff just, roll off my back. It usually doesn't bother me, but I realized that a guy who didn't know me was calling me a slut and telling me I didn't know much about wrestling, which both are furthest thing from the truth. I am married, which some of you don't even know because I don't post a lot of my personal life on Twitter. I'm not that type of person. I don't put a lot of stuff out there. And if you do, that's cool. I'm not judging you. I don't care. I'm just saying that some of the things that are new to you aren't new to me. I do love the WWE. When I was younger, the WWE, watching it helped me through some stuff. So it will always be my first love. The good, the bad, and the ugly. But that's not the only promotion that I watch. If you do know me, I have a true love for wrestling. I watch like 9 hours of wrestling a week. I listen to endless podcasts, stuff like that. And I'm fortunate enough to have a husband that, feeds my addiction. Like for our 10-year wedding anniversary, he said, all right, I'll take you anywhere in the world. Where do you want to go? And I was like, SummerSlam, Los Angeles. And that's what we did. So if you don't know me, you don't know my love for wrestling and not just the WWE. So I kind of wish that instead of automatically knocking people, maybe get to know them first and then say something to them. The gentleman, I did not know him, obviously just knocked me because I said WWE in my handle. And I guess there's a thing between indie fans and WWE fans. I don't even know if that's real. But I am just a fan. I'm a fan of everybody. I just want everyone to be happy, and I want everyone to win at life, and that is just something that I like. These people, no matter the promotion, are putting their lives on the line for us. People have literally died in those rings, and I want to be able to enjoy every single moment of it. It is a true love for me. It's one of the very few things that I love. Truly. I've been asked to do podcasts, write articles, even given my own column if I wanted. And I said no, because I don't want to be ripped down on a consistent basis about people that don't know me and don't know my experiences and how much I love this. And again, I normally don't let stuff bother me, but when some dude is calling me a slut, I'm like, oh my God, like what happens if this was like his sister or his mother? Or like picture calling your grandmother a slut, you know what I mean? Like it's wrong. And I don't know if it's just old school thinking. I don't know what it is. I'm not anybody else to think the way that they are. I just wish that you would leave me and other fans that are women alone. I don't bother anybody. I'm happy when people get to go to shows and meet their favorite wrestlers and, you know, all of this stuff. It's the greatest thing. I'm a fan for 30 plus years now. I know I'm putting my age out there. I'm in my early 40s and I still love it. I don't have kids, so it's what we do. We travel the country, the world, and we go to wrestling shows. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I don't think I should have to feel bad because I like the same thing you do, but I have a pair of boobs and you think I'm dumb because of them. I don't think that's fair. And I think that anybody could watch any promotion, and even if it's a smaller promotion, don't you want people to watch it so that it can grow? Yeah, maybe you were with it since the beginning and maybe another person is just getting in on it. That doesn't mean you own it. Nobody owns anything. We owe these people a chance because they're killing themselves for us. So let's just support them. Let's support each other and let's have a great time because that's what it's about. Going, being entertained, watching people do things that are so fantastic with funny storylines and killer moves. Okay? So let's promote men wrestling, let's promote women wrestling, let's promote men fans, let's promote women fans. Let's just all be happy. Let's be one big happy family. Let's get together. Because the funny thing is, it used to be us against the world. Oh, you know wrestling's fake. You know wrestling's stupid. It used to be that we had to defend wrestling. Now that I have to defend myself to another wrestling fan, hurts. Especially when you don't think I know what I'm talking about and I'm not a slut. So I'll leave you alone, you leave me alone, and all will be good. Okay? Thanks. Bye.
Guys would stop saying about being a female wrestling fan that were rare. So I know that like almost any female wrestling fan has heard this at least once, where they're like, yeah, I really like wrestling, and then a guy will just go, whoa, really? You're a girl who likes wrestling? I can't find you guys anywhere. Where are you hiding? I'm like, we're not hiding. We're literally everywhere. Like, we're not some kind of novelty item, you know? We're all around you. We're like the Force, you know? We surround and combine and all that stuff. Like, we're... The only reason guys think that female wrestling fans are rare is because it's rare to find a guy who will listen to a female wrestling fan. Oops, it's true. I have had so many times where guys will be quick to tweet at me and be like, oh my gosh, you're so hot. You look so good in that Seth Rollins tank top. You're so attractive. I'm like, well, I mean, I know, but can we talk about some wrestling things? Because that's actually why I'm here. You know, I don't go to wrestling Twitter because I'm using it as a substitute for Tinder. I go to wrestling Twitter because I want to talk wrestling. Like, I could give a full-on review of a Seth Rollins match where I talk about the psychology, where I talk about how he's changed, how he delivers his knee. And I could still only get people willing to have a discourse about me being hot and wanting to Netflix and chill with me. Guys, come on. This isn't Tinder. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to talk about wrestling. And if I post a picture of myself, then sure, it's nice to get compliments, but if that's the only thing that you send to a girl on Twitter, then it's a bit shallow, you know? Like, so I think that, yeah, that's the thing that I wish guys would stop saying to female wrestling fans is just stuff about our looks and that we're rare. because we're everywhere and we contain multitudes, biatch. We're like ogres. Female wrestling fans are like ogres, you know, in that we're like onions. That's a Shrek metaphor, and it sounds like I'm calling all of us monsters. Maybe we are monsters. Watch out. But yeah, I guess that's the thing, is that, you know, we're not novelty items, we're not toys, we're not rare. We're everywhere, and we have opinions, and if you're not going to listen to our opinions, then don't bother tweeting us about our looks.
Ew, isn't that the girl that holds up all the dirty signs for all the wrestlers? She's such a ring rat. I heard she tries to sleep with all of them. Yep, definitely. Because sexualizing a man running around in the ring completely wet and in his underwear definitely means you're trying to sleep with him. And all of the wrestlers, for that matter. And even if it did mean that you were trying to sleep with him, who cares? At the end of the day, consensual sex between two adults is nobody else's business. And last time I checked, the people sleeping with these alleged ring rats, nobody shames them for it. I wonder why.
One of the main issues about being a female wrestling fan is being taken seriously in a male-dominated sport and industry. I shockingly don't watch wrestling for good-looking guys wrestling around in tights. I watch it because I love the sport, I love the stories, and I just love the way that it makes me feel. I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, and I think that I consider myself more knowledgeable than an average fan. And yes, I know I don't look like a typical fan, and I'm not. I'm so much more than that. I'm more than a typical fan.
Hey Issa, congratulations on 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I've seen you go through so many different phases, and I am just so proud to call you a friend, call you my neighbor, and just keep going, girl. The one thing that I will say about being a casual wrestling female fan is that a lot of my male counterparts seem to think that the only reason why, you know, we love or are fans of our favorite wrestlers is because of their looks. Totally not true. Yes, Roman does give me Ladywood. However, Roman, in my opinion, as being, and I'm specifically talking about Roman, he is everything that there needs to be within an athlete. You know, I won't lie, there are some tweaks that need to be made, but in my opinion, he is a full package. So that's basically what it is. I've loved wrestling since, you know, I was in the 5th or 6th grade, and they weren't lookers back in the day. So total misconception. And that's that. I love my wrestlers for their athleticism. I love it for their entertainment. If you can catch my attention on the screen every week, if I'm looking for you every week, if I'm turning on the TV for you every week, I'm a fan because you have my attention. And that goes for Seth. That goes for Samoa Joe. That goes for The Miz. And that definitely goes for Rusev. And we can't forget about our Roman. Have a good one.
From @Trina de la Suerte. I wish men and women, everyone, would stop telling me to tone it down in terms of my wrestling fandom, in person and at wrestling shows. Whether I'm at an indie show or WrestleMania, I'm always made to feel self-conscious about my reactions to feelings to wrestling. Yes, I'll scream. Sometimes I cry. But wrestling is an art, and we should be allowed to have whatever feelings and reactions to it we want. That is the beauty of it. Female fans already deal with gatekeepers in terms of knowledge and preference of wrestling, who we like and why we like them. We shouldn't have people dictating how we should or shouldn't react to it or express ourselves over it. Just let people love wrestling how they want. That's the thing that will keep the business alive and well long after any of us are still around. From April Riley @April and PJ. The biggest issue I have being a female wrestling fan is listening to some of the male fans talk about women's wrestlers like they are simply to be sex objects. I've been a wrestling fan since I was 8 years old, in the 80s. I remember the Attitude Era very well. We've come so far since the days of the bra and panty matches. The women of today's WWE are putting on amazing matches. They are strong, and I love showing my 3 daughters that they can wrestle too. They don't have to grow up watching the men wrestle and the women reduce to standing at ringside looking good. But I still hear some men talking about how boring the women revolution is, and that the women in WWE need to go back to the old gimmick matches that display their bodies and sexuality over the strength and talent. I even had someone said to me, "Your feminism is showing," when I argued in favor of the current roles of female wrestlers today opposed to the Attitude Era and before. I'm much happier showing my 9, 7, and 3-year-old daughters Raw and SmackDown and taking them to live shows where they can see strong women, and I'm glad we've come so far since their age. But there are still some minds that are stuck in 1998 like Jerry the King Lawler screaming about puppies. Just take a look at this little girl and imagine she is your daughter and loves watching wrestling. Would you rather her see women like Charlotte and Asuka wrestling alongside the men, or would you rather her see Sable wearing latex and Prince as a top competing in a bikini contest? I'm going with the first option. From Nadia at VinaMK. Me, I love Roman. Male fans respond, "Well, you're not a real wrestling fan. Who won the Intercontinental title on Raw in 2003? See, Roman's ruining wrestling. He has 5 moves and you only like Roman because he's hot." From at Caribbean Lovely. She says, "Just like many of the girls have probably stated by now, one of my biggest pet peeves is being questioned on the reason why I'm a wrestling fan. I hate the fact that just because I have a uterus, male fans have the audacity to question my knowledge about wrestling and immediately assume that I'm only in it for the eye candy. Sorry, but eye candy is not enough to keep a girl interested for 5, 10, 15, or 20 plus years. There are some that fall into the I only watch because it's a bunch of half-naked hot guys fighting category. However, there are plenty of us who happen to enjoy it for its athleticism and entertainment value. We see it as stories being told through impressive moves, an athletic soap opera, so to speak. Another stereotype that I loathe is that attending a bunch of wrestling shows and meet and greets, specifically in the indie scenes, make a girl a damn ring rat, so is basically looking to become recognized and hook up with the wrestlers. Unfortunately, this last one is one that I've been accused of directly. Newsflash, gentlemen, a girl can attend shows and pay for meet and greets with a wrestler simply because she wants to show them support and appreciation. If one gets fortunate and has said wrestler begin to recognize her and shows her preferential treatment during these events, it doesn't mean that there is anything else going on. Here's a thought. It is possible that the wrestler recognizes her loyalty and, happens to appreciate it. Don't hate, congratulate. If you want to get that type of perk, why not put in the time, money, and dedication instead of instantly assuming that she's just trying to sleep with him?" From at Rachel_struck1. I wish men would stop saying you only watch wrestling because you think the guys are hot. From Karen Peterson at Karen Nerds Out. She said, "There are 2 common themes that I get that really set me off. So, if you aren't here with your men or your kids, you and your girls must be here only to check out the wrestlers, or are you trying to get with them? Just like any other sport, women can enjoy professional wrestling. How is it such a complicated concept to understand? We don't need to be defined by our male significant others or children in order to like it. Also, the assumption that women only go to shows to fawn over the talent or sleep with them is ridiculous and unfair. Especially when the guys who usually choose to have this conversation with me are the ones rating the women or taking in inappropriate photos or videos of them. The second one is, let me educate you about booking, kayfabe, the history behind XXX. My personal favorite, women's wrestling. The volume of mansplaining or questioning a woman's credibility as a fan itself is insulting. Adding patronizing rebuttals, unsolicited opinions, or terrible opinions which require backtracking because there's undetecting sarcasm just amplifies it. this only gets compounded when I am told that as a female fan, that I can be more upset about the booking and created for the women in an industry where the bulk of the hiring, casting, promoting, pushing, and booking and writing are done by men. Stop telling women we don't understand. Stop saying that women are a sideshow, less than an attraction only for the male audience. That pretty much wraps it up for now, but I can definitely do a part 2 if you like it. You know, if you want more tips on what women wrestling fans are tired of hearing, I will gladly reach out to some more of my squad and get you some more tips. But maybe this can help you understand, like, sometimes your tweets, you know, what they mean to us, what you're actually saying to us, and what you're doing to us. It shouldn't, like I said earlier, this shouldn't be divided between women and male fans. We're all wrestling fans. And I really like that Nicole said, it used to be us against the world, and now it's us against each other. You know, before we had to unite. And I see it sometimes, people will throw some shade at wrestling and we all come together to knock them down, but we shouldn't try to knock each other down, because as we try to say in this video, we're not rare, but, you know, there's a certain stereotype for wrestling fans, and we need to show the world that we are everywhere, that we're all different, we come in all kinds of different forms, shapes, sizes, genders, everything. And why don't we just unite and enjoy this amazing community, this amazing universe, regardless of what you like, whether you like New Japan, Ring of Honor, whether you just do WWE like I do, it doesn't matter. We should all come together and just enjoy each other. And there's such thing as a friendly debate, there's such thing as agreeing to disagree, but there's such thing as attacking, and we're just tired of being attacked, stereotyped, or just putting this group of people that don't understand wrestling. We're just like you, and we just want to enjoy wrestling. And yeah, I hope this video helps everybody understand that there is a big group of amazing women that love wrestling, and we just want to talk wrestling just like you and talk shit. And we might say that somebody look hot. Guess what? We're not watching blind. If the guy looks good, the guy looks good. As a matter of fact, I say it about the girls too. So, but yeah, like, let's just talk to each other like the way that you would talk to we just want to be talked to the way that you talk to your normal buddy about wrestling. So start doing it. Make sure you go follow all of these amazing women. I put their social media handles in the description below. I put links to any of their podcasts, any of their social media. Go follow them. They're great. They're a great bunch of girls to follow. Go follow me on Twitter at WWDemonDiva, Instagram, same handle. Subscribe to my channel, drop a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this awesome video. And once again, thank you to this amazing group of women that made this video possible. I slid in the DMs and right away I had some statements or video clips made. And I feel like we are all as excited about this because it needs to be done and it needs to be said. And there it is. It's out there now for the world to see. 1,000 subscribers is amazing. It's unbelievable. And yeah. Until next episode, adios. Mwah.
Welcome to the demon level, body slam you through the rubble. Hosted by your demon diva, Queen of Sass, Stylisa. Champions and main events, hot and cold and all your questions right here, so tune right in. 1, 2, 3, we got you pinned. Roman Reigns is angry, now Issa got some ladywood. She would love a spanking, yeah, I bet that feel real good. John Cena sucks, yeah, I told you so. Who will be this week's biggest douchebag? Soon you'll know. The Fans Podcast Network, we always putting in that work. We love that Raw's time to ride. Beastie does no wrong in her eyes. So volume up, don't miss a beat. The latest WWE SmackDown, you be smacking down. And Issa, she don't miss a thing. Pile driver, body slam, power bomb you on your head. The demon level is next level. Do you smell the rock or do you smell trouble? So now it's about time to begin, and now it's time for the rhyme to end. It's time for the hostess with the most. It's the demon levels hotter than the kettle. Yo.